have all of that covered too, right? So that's what I do while I'm looking at the numbers, and we all know that what happens is that always comes up to be more. Hold on. It always comes up to be more people in the audience than there is up on the lights or in the acting studio itself. Because as you go along, you go from your most numbers to your least numbers. You go from who's in the lounge up to who's on stage. In a lot of shows, you get people like me that can talk well for hours. All you have is the moderator or the content provider up on his own stage by himself. So you go from having 150 people down here in your audience to having 20 or 30 people in your chat. That's your that's your opening acts over there. And it just comes down to you up on your platform doing your show. Now, another thing about that. Now remember, this is not for you people that have been doing this already, that are monetized or have over 500 subscribers. I'm talking to us little guys because I've noticed there's quite a few content providers now that have, between 50 to 500 subscribers. And the object is, to me, how do I get that 200 people to participate in every show I do? That's what I'm working on. Because just having you as a subscriber reminds me of being on Facebook and having 4,000 friends, and Facebook is only allowing me to see 20 of them. I mean, what the hell do I need 4,000 for if I can only see the same 20 people all the time? Don't get me wrong, because in every business, like I said, I'm coming from doing live shows. I never cared about who didn't come to the show. I always cared about who was at that show. Who was at that show? Show them people an incredibly great time. You know why? Because if you make a friend at your show with somebody you didn't know prior to that show, they are subject to come back to your next show and your next show and your next show. As long as you keep your content interesting enough for them to keep returning, they look out for your show. Remember when we just started out talking about notification buttons and stuff? That's who's looking for you. That's how I find who I'm looking for. That's how I know that that's what works. If you've never tried it before, now you know. Go try it, because that is what works in this business. That procedure right there is what works. Those ways are how you go and find who you're looking for to see if they're broadcasting, because that's who you're following. I mean, I follow like 83 people now because I had over almost 300 and never saw any of those people. Then when I went into their channels, I'm analytical and I'm a Libra, and I will go do something like that. And no, I wasn't bored and I just had my finger stuck up my ass and I just decided to go do that. No, it was a strategic business move, because I'm not worried about 1,000 subscribers right now. I'm so far from 1,000. Okay. I almost have 300, and I would be 700 from having that 1,000. But I'm not worried about that part. What I am learning right here is I just went full silver or gold platform. I paid for the whole year because I'm convinced that I can make this thing happen. Okay, I can make it happen. So when I look to see who's on, I'm looking to see specific people that I either have a wrench in their room, I like their content, I like the people that show up in there. Yeah, it's all about what I like. Now, you can take that personally, but as a business perspective, you never, ever in your whole entire business career ever want to find yourself looking at something that can't have any value to your business. Now, I understand